Greetings, sirs and madams. I'm Seraphic Zero, and we're playing Bayonetta on the Wii U. So this is Mission 6, the Gates of Paradise, and I'm using the new weapons that we acquired in the last mission. This is the Durga, and if you go to the weapon shop, you can buy a copy, so you can equip it on both your hands and your feet. And the neat thing about Durga is it can control two different elements. You switch between the elements by using the bullet climax, spin stick, hit, punch, or kick. And I'm using the lightning Durga on my hands because it has the same moveset as the handguns. But the fire Durga, it has a shorter combo. It only has a 3-hit combo, and it behaves it kind of looks a lot like Muay Thai. So I don't really like using the flame Durga on my hands because it's so much slower and I don't get as much control over my combos. So I have a mix of lightning and fire here. And Durga has a lot of really interesting properties because if you have Durga on both your hands and your feet, it'll go into a special combo if you get into the mash part of the combo, like right here. That just looks really cool. Yeah, one more special property it has is if the enemy is encased in lava or fire, you can... normally, if you attack them, you take damage from that. You have to attack them during witch time. But Durga doesn't have that issue. You can actually make contact with those types of enemies without any issue. And one last property is if you have Durga on your feet, you can walk across lava. And that can be useful sometimes. Managed to miss a stationary target. Genius here. Alright, so let's go ahead and proceed. So the way these buttons work is you're going to use Panther Within to just run across the buttons. You gotta get all three and the gate will open. Yeah, and this one's a little... This mission, it's pretty easy, but it's kind of heavy on cutscenes in some places. Alright, so we're going to drop down, go to the left, attack these rocks, and there should be a piece of an LP in there. I already grabbed it from practicing earlier. So the LP is going to be in 3 pieces. That's the only one that's hidden. And that LP is going to be Odette, which is the ice skates, which I actually haven't used them in a long time, but maybe I'll try them out in one of the following missions. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, so I used Crow Within to try to close distance on this thing, but you really shouldn't do that while it's flying, because it's going to cause you damage. Yeah, and I really freaking hate these things, so I'm really going to just kill them as fast as possible. Oh man, it went underground. Great. Oh, okay, so we're just gonna have to wait for it to come back up. Man, this really sucks. I might fast forward through this. Yeah, so it's gonna attack us 2 or 3 times and then it'll go back to flying in the air. Oh, God, I really hate this section. There seems to be a little bit of slowdown due to the water effects, and then these enemies just suck, dude. Alright, gotta get in there. And I'm just gonna... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. So the special attack on the Durga is... If you hold down the attack, it does an elemental burst. On the lightning Durga, it does this... pretty large electrical burst, and then on the fire Durga, it creates this kind of hellfire skull thing that explodes. So the thing about that is that depending on which part of the combo, it kind of controls how much damage that burst attack does. And on the lightning Durga, I'd say the effect actually takes longer to charge than I would personally have balanced it. It just takes really long for some reason, but yeah, the effect is cool. It's a nice area of effect, although the lightning one doesn't seem to do as much damage as the fire one. And as you saw on the fire Durga earlier, its burst attack does a lot of damage. It works really great against bosses and against regular enemies. It actually one-shots a lot of them, so if you just want to get rid of people, use that. But I will warn you that it does cause your combo score to not be as good, because you want to try to land as many hits on enemies as possible to get your score higher. But yeah, if you have some occasion you just need something dead, use the Fire Durga's burst attack. Or if for some reason you're in like an Alfheim challenge that limits how many times you can attack somebody, the Fire Durga is really effective for that also. God, I wasn't anticipating the spikes coming in from that direction. Okay, alright, so let's break these rocks right here. You'll get a lever, and I'll turn off the spikes. So enemies down the hallway. Yeah, I used Umbran Spear to close distance, but for some reason the camera didn't really follow me, and that ended up getting me hit. That was pretty stupid. Oh man, that combo is so fucking cool, dude. Yeah, there's the electrical burst. It just looks really awesome. God, I really like juggling enemies with the afterburner kick. It's just really useful. Yeah, there's the fire burst. There it goes. Okay, so after this, so after we get our score, don't run through the gate right away, because if you look carefully right there, there's an Alfheim that's opened up where we came from, so we're going to run back and go to this entrance right here, and there's an Alfheim for us to enter. Okay, so I fucking hate this Alfheim, and I actually fucked it up twice, so we're just gonna fast forward through that. But in this Alfheim challenge, you have to use torture attacks, and not just use them, you have to actually kill 5 enemies using torture attacks. And it's really annoying because there's like 5 waves of enemies, but you can only get like hit 3 times, which is really annoying. And it has those like little flying stingray things, and usually they're really docile, but for some reason in this challenge they just attack you like crazy. So I recommend just using some way to get around those. So my tactic is I try to get as many torture attacks off as I can on the first 3 enemies. And what I'm doing is I'm purposefully using the mash combo in order to build meter really quickly. And I'm not going to complete it with a Wicked Weed, because that just does way too much damage. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, so you just use the mash combo to build meter, and don't finish it, just cancel out of it. Okay, so what you want to do is kill the 2 enemies with the staffs first, because you want to save the one with the bow for the second wave of enemies. Okay, just building meter. Okay, and activate a torture attack. Okay, don't want to attack him yet. Okay, actually could pick up a staff to kill these 2 quickly, and it does build a fairly good amount of meter, but I don't know, I just want to play it safe and not really mess with that right now. Okay, 1 more enemy. Whoa. Yeah, you gotta be careful when he uses that down stab attack, because it is supposed to be a ranged attack, but it does hit you if you're standing right next to him. God, this Alfheim sucks. Like, the first time I tried it today, it took me like half an hour of retries to get through it. It was really messed up. Alright, so I got a bunch of damage on these guys. Okay, can I build enough meter? There we go. Yeah, he was like 1 hit away from death. I think like 1 bullet could have taken him out, but yeah, I made sure to get a torture attack off of him so I can fulfill the requirements of the challenge. Okay. This enemy you gotta be careful against him because he can sneak in a lot of hits on you. You can only get hit twice basically without failing this. Yeah, the annoying thing about it is like what the hell? Where is he? He just fly off the space or something? Jesus. Oh, god damn it. God, right in the middle of my combo too. Oh, oops. Oh god, this is bad. Oh Jesus. He jumped out of the way, that was really annoying. Oh, watch out for those fireballs. God. Yeah, so these last, like this is actually the last wave of enemies, and Grace and Glory, and then these two, it just makes it so difficult. God, and I activated this torture attack not really knowing if I damaged him enough first, but thankfully it did. Like, the torture attack did kill him. So I did meet my requirements, and now I just have to kill this thing without getting hit, which is a challenge in and of itself. Okay, so right there, I'm just getting sick of this bullshit, so I kind of took advantage of a glitch, I guess I can describe. So, you guys know how if you... yeah, so if you have guns on your feet and you use the mash attack with the kick, your guns on your feet will actually fire while they're doing the mash attack. Well, normally the number of shots depends on the type of guns you're using. You know, you have handguns, shotguns. There's a bazooka later in the game called Kilgore. So normally if you have a gun on your feet that does extra, like really high damage, it only shoots a few times during the mash attack. But there's a glitch with the Durga where if you have the fired Durga on your feet and then you switch your weapon set to the other set, you have guns on your feet, it'll cause the guns to fire with every single kick that you do. And so it just, I think it's a glitch. I thought they would have removed it after this port or something, but they didn't for some reason. God damn it. But essentially what it does is, right now I have the shotguns equipped on my other weapon set, so it causes the shotguns to fire essentially as fast as Bayonetta can kick. So it just mutilates any enemy it hits. So it's really great for just destroying enemies really fast. I think it is considered a glitch by most of the community, although I don't know if people really look down on it or not. I think everybody makes use of this hop, so I don't know. Don't even worry about it. You can actually use that technique to bill a lot of money, and I might show that to you guys later. Jumped into that one. Yeah, so right now, the strongest guns I've accessed are the shotguns, so that's what I'm using on my feet right now. Most people tend to use it with Kilgore, and so Kilgore is a rocket launcher, and it just fires an insane amount of rockets at the enemy, completely broken. But yeah, once we get the Kilgore out, I'll show that to you guys later. All right, there goes that wave. Holy shit. Oh, god damn it. I just hate it when attacks come from off screen. Okay, so right here, if you approach the enemies, the bridge will break. But I'm just kind of fucking around with them to get some extra combo points off of them. Oh, Jesus. God, what is that water made of? Alright, so backtrack a little bit and these other enemies will appear. Weird. I didn't know it was targeting the airborne enemy. Damn. Oh, God, I didn't see that coming. Yeah, so you saw that Durga Blast took out 2 enemies. Yeah, so you want to do the charged hit at the end of some of your stronger combos, and it'll do like just a freaking huge blast. It's fantastic.
What are you boys doing in here? Are you hiding something from me? Come on.
Oh, Jesus.
You've been cheating on me, haven't you? Someone else let you hide?
Oh, he's dead.
Oh dear. Something tells me I'm going to regret this.
My sweet, lovely child. She is the key into your future.
I'm not normally one to play savior, but I suppose I can make an exception and kill all of you. Just this once, of course.
Alright, so this wave of enemies is honestly really fun because it just drops an absolute shit ton of angels on you, and you're just gonna have to wail on all of them. Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of them all over the place, so you're gonna have to be really on top of controlling your distance with them. Yeah, so you can do that by using Umbran Sphere or using the Stinger attack. I don't know what it's called in Bayonetta, but that's just what it's called in Devil May Cry. God, that was awesome. Yeah, and there's a lot of enemies here, so you don't have to worry about conserving damage and all that type of stuff. I got a perfectly timed parry, so that actually restores a bit of your health when you land that. Yeah, and I love Bat Within. It's just a really cool type of counterattack. Alright, who's left? Well, I've never seen them spin the staff like that before. Damn, there's the last of them. Oh yeah, yeah. The taunt changes with whatever weapon you equip onto your hands. So.
Was I just singing?
Mummy!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down, little one. I am not your mother.
But, Mummy...
Will you quit calling me Mummy? Oh. If there's 2 things I hate in this world, it's cockroaches and crying babies. Well, a crying baby cockroach would be truly terrible. So don't you dare cry.
Yes, Mommy.
Fine. You've got to be a strong little one to survive in a place like this. What's your name, anyway?
Teresa.
Cereza? You're not from Vigrid, are you, little one? Where are you from?
I'm from my house.
Well now, I'll hazard a guess this isn't your home. So what on earth are you doing here?
My daddy told me to come here.
And whereabouts is this daddy of yours?
He was at work, but now I don't know where he's gone. I want to go home.
I can't just drag you along wherever I go, little one. So you'd better not be getting attached to me.
Yes, Mommy?
Come now, little one. I'll help you out of here, but that's all. And you have to promise there'll be no crying. A single tear and you'll be crying alone. Got it?
Okay, Mommy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I did really well in that section. I didn't even take a hit. That usually doesn't happen. Okay, so what's happening in this section is that Bayonetta has left the Purgatorial Realm so she can interact with Cereza. So that means that she can't attack angels normally, so you have to do that by using objects that you pick up. And so there's this light pole, I guess, that fell down, and we're going to use it to just smash some angels. And unfortunately, it is really slow, so you have to be careful to kind of swing ahead of time to try to catch them. Alright, that's the last of those angels. Break this gate. And we're going to enter this really, really slow section where this beloved is chasing you and Cereza. And I'm going to fast forward through it because it's just this fucking slow. But yeah, just run through, pick up these dumpsters, and toss it at them. There are these steel beams, but you don't have to use them. They're not as good. But yeah, this section is slow because it moves as slow as Cereza. It doesn't follow Bayonetta, so... Alright, so once we get through the other end of the tunnel, that ends. You should be able to get through it without being hit. I think he did scratch me once, but yeah, not a big deal. Okay, so once we're through here, we're going to go through this gate. And this is what Paradiso looks like.
Hey! This is probably how you got lost to begin with.
Mommy.
Don't worry, it's always scary the first time you see them. So, where was I? Oh, yes, your kind invitation. I do hope you've prepared dessert as well.
God damn, that was smooth. God, I just love the choreography in these cutscenes.
Oh, what a lovely tea party. And dancing, too. Cereza, my dear, watch and love.
Yeah, I just really love this scene. Like, look at that heroic camera angle. It's awesome. Okay, so in this fight, the enemies will be attacking Cereza. She's gonna put up a magical barrier, and they can deplete it. That's that extra blue bar below your health bar right there. But typically I don't know, they just, this is normal mode, so they can't really do much to her, so yeah, you don't even have to really worry about it. Oh, the laser can catch her too. Jesus. Yeah, I just wanted him dead, so I used the shotgun combo. Alright, so run over here, and for some weird reason, meteors start falling out of the sky. And, sorry that the camera kind of fucked me right there. And for some reason it takes a while, and then that beloved eventually gets out of the gate. There he goes. So here comes the boss fight. This beloved seems to have a little more health than normal, and I am using the shotgun combo a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be very effective unless you're hitting him in his weak spot right here. So, yeah, so there's sometimes you can dizzy him, and it just, you just knock him around like a, I don't know, like a toy. It's pretty hilarious. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm using the, yeah, the hitbox on that attack's kind of weird, but yeah, I'm using the afterburner kick to basically gain height, and I'm trying to get up to that weak spot on his back, and so that should allow me to do pretty good damage, although he does move around a lot, so make sure you follow him to make sure you can land hits on him. Okay, he's almost dead, just need to finish him off. There we go. Yeah, still a better love story than Twilight. Man, I took a lot of damage. Yeah, that might have been from the fight with those two dog things earlier. Okay, so that wasn't really Bayonetta, so she's going to be flying down this hallway right here with these laser attacks. Yeah, and it doesn't really matter how fast you run or anything like that because she's flying as fast as you can run. Yeah, and being in Panther mode kind of makes it harder to dodge these dumb lasers. Oh, come on. Alright. Now we can chase her into this room. Man, she's a really good shot. Okay, so I'll be quiet for this cutscene. I promise both my hands are on the controller. Yeah, so that's just so silly. Yeah, this game has such a great sense of humor. Yeah, and that's one thing you gotta love about Bayonetta. She totally owns like her sexuality, and it's just It's just fun, you know. It's she just likes to show off. Yeah, and this doppelganger enemy definitely knows her personality. Yeah, so you have to be careful here because while the enemy seems to get stunned by your attacks pretty easily, if it does land attacks on you, it's really hard. Okay, so it turns out the doppelganger was this angel, the Joy, and you have to be careful because it can use all kinds of attacks like you can. And if you don't kill it fast enough, it will duplicate itself. So I went ahead and just used a torture attack right away just to get it tied down, really. Oh, Jesus. Well, I have no idea how these fucking horse things work exactly, but, you know, whatever.
Come on.
That just looks like it would hurt a lot. Got a pretty good score off that. Okay, so just run through the door, and behind the portal there's a treasure chest, so make sure you grab that. I believe that's... I think it was another part of Odette, the gold LP. But yeah, that was the last fight, so we're gonna just run through this section and cross the bridge for a cutscene.
Mommy? You're a mom? You?
Come now, Cheshire. Look at me. Do I look like I have any interest in children? Now making them, well, that's another story.
Whoa, whoa! You're getting the wrong idea. I mean, it might be the right idea, but not right now, right? Yeah, speaking of right, I'm glad I've been standing around waiting for you, because I knew we'd cross paths. See, the only way to reach the upper crust and their gated island of champagne wishes and caviar dreams is over Prominence Bridge.
Oh, yes. The island. Lovely place, isn't it? Oh, now what?
Don't play games with me. You've worked your magic on this poor defenseless child, haven't you? You're a sad, sick woman. You know that? I was her age when you killed my father. Wait. No. You couldn't. Oh my God, you did, didn't you? You killed her parents!
Come to think of it, she's better off with you. You two are more hassle than you're worth.
What?
Just keep a good eye on her, or you're going to catch hell for it. No good deed goes unpunished, and you never know when a monster may sneak up on you.
Mummy, look out! Mummy, no!
How can she see me?
Alright guys, that's the end of the mission. Not so tough, but let's see how we did. Yeah, so I got a bunch of gold medals and a silver one apparently, so yeah, ended up getting a gold trophy instead of platinum. Dang, I better go back and retry that later, but that should do good enough for the recording. Okay, so we're just gonna fast forward through Angel Attack. I think I missed like a bunch of shots in this one. Okay. Alright guys, that'll about do it for Mission 6 in Bayonetta. The next mission is going to be a boss fight against Temperentia, I think. So that should be a pretty short one. Yeah, I think that'll be it for now. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.